It's Oscar season, so that means predictions and debates about who's gonna win. I don't know exactly who's gonna win, but I can predict that no Latinos are gonna win for Best Actor. So today I'm here in New York City to find out why the Oscar's still so white. Latinos are the fastest growing ethnic group in the US, with a buying power of $1.4 trillion. Yet, we're only represented in 3% of speaking roles in film. So I started to wonder, maybe Hollywood really only sees us one way. At this point, I realized I needed to talk to an expert. So, I did what anyone my age would do, and I slid into those DMs, and I got me an Ivy League doctor. Wow, that's a lot of credentials. So, first question I wanted to ask, why do I still need to dress like this when I go on auditions?
Well, there's a really long history of negative representation of Latinos in cinema and television as well. I think back to my own childhood, thinking about Speedy Gonzalez and that being the sort of lone representation in terms of cartoon world. Prior to that, there was the idea of el bandito, and so the bandit, right? So
shooting his guns,
being very lazy, being drunk, and so this became a really perfect sort of setup, thinking about the ways that the U.S. was trying to acquire the lands of Mexico at the time. So it became a justification. Look, they're not really even utilizing the land. Again, added a nice justification for the decisions that the country was making.
There hasn't been a lot of Latino representation for me growing up. The closest characters I had that I could really identify with were the Ninja Turtles. Raphael, he ate pizza, he lived in New York City, and I'm pretty sure they lived in the Lower East Side. That sounds like a New Yorican to me. So today I'm here on the streets to find out, where the Latinos at? Which of these Academy Award nominated films in 2018 have a Latino nominated speaking role in it? Which film?
I think it's definitely Get Out.
Get Out?
Call Me By Your Name?
No, I don't think none of them. Probably none of them. None of them.
The answer is none. None of them. The only time a Latino is talking in a movie that's nominated for an award this year is Coco. So the only time Latinos are even on screen is cartoons.
Wow. Damn, that's crazy. So they see us as animals.
They don't even see us as humans.
That's
if you look at like the movie Coco, which is an animated film, and that has a majority Latino cast. But we still don't even get shown as real people yet. So it seems like you have a lot of data, you know a lot about like the past, the present, the future. So I'm gonna ask you this question. How many years until I get to be the leading Jedi?
So obviously we think about time, you know, we can't necessarily think about it by year. We have to think about it sort of efforts, right? In terms of moving forward, how are we going to sort of make sure that there is a shift in the narrative? We have to think about what we're doing, right? So what are we doing to organize on a grassroots level, what we're doing to organize and combating this issue on all fronts. And again, thinking about looking at the ways that other groups have fought this fight and how we can sort of think about doing, you know, sort of similar strategies, but also ones that are very specific to our history, our unique sort of situations, and all of the things that we sort of bring to the table.
So I think I get it now. So what you're really trying to say is, I need to go do something about it. If I want to be the next Jedi, I gotta go out there on the streets and I gotta get cracking. I can't just sit here and wait for things to happen, right?
Exactly. If we think about the sort of history of America, America concedes nothing without blood, you know? So back in the day, or even now, you know, actual blood coming from your veins or sort of like what we call like sort of like digital blood out there, right? Like so out there with social media.
Blood, I prefer.
We could go the digital route.
Yeah.
You know, in terms of getting out there, having sort of mass movements, just like the Oscar So White campaign became a massive movement because people organized. People didn't organize necessarily sort of getting people from the higher ups kind of coming down. They basically forced them to have a conversation, right? So
force them. So like, you think maybe if I made my own hashtag, I might be able to force the issue?
Hey, get out there and let's see how. But again, rallying the troops. We got to organize on a much larger level.
Well, that was a great talk. There's a lot of things on my mind right now, so I have to go do something real quick. I'll be back. Okay?
Okay.
So 2 years ago, they started the hashtag Oscar So White. So for this weekend, since there's a lack of Latino representation, what would be a good hashtag for this weekend?
Latinos are so popular.
Hashtag Latinos are so popular. Not are poppin', so popular.
Yeah,
AF.
yes. Oscar's still so white.
Hashtag equal opportunity. I would say we have to like be diverse about the industry, you know, not only have like one cast, movies and everything, give other people chances, like equal opportunities and everything. Cause it's not fair that y'all put all this money together and y'all don't really get the recognition y'all get.
I don't know, it's really unfortunate.
It's unfortunate.
That's actually why I don't even participate or watch the Oscars or any other award shows, because I just feel like it's very directed to just like the Caucasian white.
Yeah, celebrating whiteness.
Yeah, like I don't feel like there's any representation of Latino, Hispanics.
Yeah.
I just don't get why we're so underrepresented.
So that's why everyone's so excited about the Oscars, except me. So what I plan to do this weekend and what I ask you guys to do is use the hashtag #AcceptMe and send us your acceptance speech for the Oscars and also tell us what you would change about it. As for me, personally, send me the hashtag #ForceChange if you want to see a Latino Jedi. Or slide in my DM.